Hey guys, it's Lord of the Pogs. Traditionally, rock and roll music has been called the devil's music. Going all the way back to blues in the 1940s that early rock pioneers like Elvis Presley were influenced by. Perhaps the most well-known example of this is the accusation that KISS is an acronym which stands for Knights in Satan's Service. In fact, this was a rumor started by the Catholic Church after Gene Simmons made an appearance on the Mike Douglas Show in 1974, where he made a comment that he wondered what human flesh tasted like. However, very few rock bands actually identify as satanic, and many rock musicians themselves are practicing Christians. Before we jump to the list, here's some honorable mentions of Christians in rock music. John Young, Dream Theater bassist and guitarist. Michael Kiske, Halloween singer. Jonathan Cain, Journey keyboardist. Johnny Van Zant, Lynyrd Skynyrd singer. Jerry Only and Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein, The Misfits bassist and lead guitarist. Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkins singer. Number 1, Alice Cooper. With a stage show featuring props, illusions, pyros, guillotines, electric chairs, fake blood, reptiles, baby dolls, and swords drawing from horror films. Vaudeville and garage rock, Alice Cooper is generally regarded as the godfather of shock rock. He has one of the most dynamic stories on my list. Alice began to seek treatment for alcoholism in 1977 after the release of his second studio album, Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, which he has described as an alcoholic's confession. After the completion of his King of the Silver Screen tour in support of his third studio album, Lace and Whiskey, he checked himself into a New York-based sanitarium. In 1978, Alice Cooper released his fourth studio album, From the Inside, a concept album about his experience being treated for alcoholism. He relapsed in 1981 and recorded what he has referred to as blackout albums, Special Forces, Zipper Catches Skin, and Dada, because he has no recollection of recording them due to his substance abuse. He re-entered treatment and returned to music in 1986 with the release of his ninth studio album, Constrictor. Alice Cooper became a reborn Christian in the early 90s, sometime between the release of Hey Stupid and My Last Temptation. Number 2, Dan Spitz, Anthrax guitarist. Dan Spitz joined the thrash metal band Anthrax as a lead guitarist in 1983. He became a reborn Christian in 1993 and left Anthrax in 1995. In 2010, he formed the Christian metal band Red Lamb with Dave Mustaine. Number 3, Geezer Butler, Black Sabbath bassist. Geezer Butler grew up in a Catholic family and has often spoken publicly about his faith. He started a band in 1967 called The Rare Breed with Ozzy Osbourne and changed the name to Black Sabbath in 1969. The name was inspired by a comment made by Judas Priest singer Rob Halford that Rare Breed sounded like the most evil music ever. Many of Black Sabbath's songs are inspired by Geezer's fascination with religion. In fact, according to him, Iron Man, arguably Black Sabbath's most famous song, was inspired by Jesus Christ with a twist. He explains, Jesus goes and does good, then tries to spread the word and ends up being crucified for telling the truth. That was Iron Man, seeing the future and coming back to tell the world how horrible it will be, and people turn against him. Whereas Jesus died to save people, Iron Man takes his revenge. That's the big difference. Number 4, Roz, Christian death singer. Roz Williams was a punk singer known for his work with the band Christian Death, cited by some as a pioneer in the goth rock scene. Roz himself identified as a Satanist and practiced magic in the privacy of his own home until the mid-90s, when he stated in an interview that he had developed a personal relationship with God. Number 5, Amy Lee, Evanescence singer. Amy Lee is a classically trained pianist and the founder and vocalist of Evanescence. Although she has never been formally religious and says that Evanescence is not a Christian band lyrically, she considers herself a Christian. Number 6. Lou Gramm, Foreigner singer. Lou Gramm is best known as the co-founder and lead vocalist of Foreigner. He became a reborn Christian during a brief stint in drug rehab in 1992. Number 7. Mark Farner, Grand Funk Railroad singer and guitarist. Mark Farner was the original singer and guitarist of the band. Grand Funk Railroad, which he co-founded in 1969. After Grand Funk Railroad initially disbanded in 1976, he became a reborn Christian in the 1980s. Number 8. Nico McBrain, Iron Maiden drummer. Nico McBrain has been the drummer for Iron Maiden since 1982. He became a reborn Christian in 1999 in the Spanish River Church near Boca Raton, Florida. He found himself crying as he experienced a calling. He recounted, "I didn't drink last night. I just sat there thinking, I didn't drink last night. Why can't I stand? I had this love affair with Jesus going on in my heart." Number 9. Brian Welch, Korn guitarist. Brian Welch, also known by his stage name Head, is the lead guitarist and founding member of the nu metal band Korn. He is a meth and Xanax addict and alcoholic, and in 2005 he became a reborn Christian and left Korn to pursue sobriety. Brian reunited with Korn in 2012. In 2021, he stated that while he was still a Christian, he had gone too far with it, and religion had become another addiction. He's gotten past being overly religious, but Christ is still the foundation of his life. Number 10. Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz is a guitarist and singer. After a religious experience when he was 13, he became a non-denominational Christian and identifies as a Christian through choice and Jewish by ethnicity. Number 11. Dave Mustaine, Megadeth singer and guitarist. Dave Mustaine is the guitarist, frontman, and primary songwriter for the thrash metal band Megadeth. He was raised as a Jehovah's Witness and practiced black magic as a teenager. He became a reborn Christian while attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. It has become his policy to not appear with any band that has black metal or satanic imagery. Black magic did inspire several songs on Megadeth's second album, Peace Sells But Who's Buying, but he has stated that he no longer plays those songs because of his changed spiritual beliefs. He said of the song, The Conjuring, "Performance-wise, The Conjuring is one of the heaviest songs on the record, but unfortunately it's got black magic in it. And I promised that I wouldn't play it anymore, because there's a lot of instructions for hexes in that song. When I got into black magic, I put a couple of spells on people when I was a teenager, and it haunted me forever, and I've had so much torment. So I look back now and I think, I don't want to play The Conjuring." However, in 2016, Mustaine noted that Lamb of God drummer Chris Adler's suggestion of re-recording The Conjuring with modified lyrics made him reconsider playing The Conjuring again, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Number 12. Paramore. Paramore is an American rock band that has been described as pop, punk, emo, and new wave. Paramore has had several lineup changes over the years, and singer Hayley Williams is the only member who has appeared on all 6 of their studio albums. Hayley herself identifies as a Christian and regularly discusses her faith in relation to music. Paramore has been described as a Christian band in the sense that the members themselves are Christians, but not as a Christian band in the typical definition of the term. Number 13. Tom Araya, Slayer singer and bassist. Slayer's early image relied heavily on the usage of satanic symbols like pentagrams and inverted crosses. However, in 2004, singer and bassist Tom Araya officially denied allegations that Slayer is a satanic band, stating, "The band members find the subject of Satanism interesting because we're all on this planet to learn and experience." In fact, Tom himself is a practicing Christian. He has expressed in interviews that Christ came and taught us about love, about doing unto others. That was his preach. Accept each other for who we are, live peacefully, and love one another. And Slayer's images and words will never interfere with what I believe or how I feel. Number 14, Peter Steele, type O negative singer. Peter Steele is the lead vocalist, bassist, and composer of the goth metal band Type O Negative. He revealed that in 2007, after years of professed atheism, he became a Christian after experiencing a midlife crisis. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell down in the corner to get notifications on more videos like this one.